These two arrogant gangsters were ordered by a prosecutor to deal with a whistleblower who knew too many secrets. Once the gangsters took action, the man's life was completely ruined. However, they didn't stop there. They poured gasoline on the man's legs and set them on fire. Obviously, they wanted him to suffer a fate worse than death. Yet these two men never expected that this man would come back like an unkillable cockroach. After just 1 year, he returned stronger and more determined than ever. Now he was going after everyone who had harmed him, whether it was the gangsters who carried out the act, the prosecutor who pulled the strings behind the scenes, or even the seemingly untouchable presidential candidate. The protagonist, Kang Soo, was originally just an ordinary substitute driver. He drove customers' cars through wind and rain every day, earning a small and hard-earned wage to survive. But on this particular night, a customer suddenly handed him a large tip. Thinking he had met a wealthy client, Kang Soo happily accepted the money. The customer told Kang Soo to wait for half an hour and handed him a bottle of beverage before leaving. Kang Soo didn't think much about it and quickly drank it down. Shortly after the customer left, Kang Soo began feeling sick. Suddenly, a group of police officers pulled him out of the car. They announced he was under arrest for possession of illegal substances. Thus, Kang Soo was inexplicably thrown into prison. As a newcomer to the prison, he was immediately taken care of by the older inmates. Currently in South Korea, 23,000 criminals are sent to prison each year due to drug-related crimes. They are labeled with blue tags, and now Kang Soo was one of them. Just when Kang Soo thought his life was over, an unexpected opportunity appeared. This opportunity came in the form of prosecutor Lau Jun. Before meeting Kang Soo, Lau Jun himself was just an ordinary prosecutor with no background or powerful connections. He could only handle trivial cases no one else wanted. In South Korea, there are a total of 2,500 prosecutors. Only 1% of them are senior prosecutors, while the remaining 99% must retire after 10 years if they fail to advance. Lau Jun was extremely ambitious. He aspired to become part of that rare 1%. Inspired by his experience in catching cockroaches, he thought, why not use one cockroach as bait to capture the entire swarm? Thus, he immediately started looking for a suitable candidate. Very quickly, Kang Soo's information caught Lau Jun's attention. He called Kang Soo in for a detailed examination. Just by looking into Kang Soo's eyes, Lau Jun knew Kang Soo was definitely not involved in drugs and had clearly been wronged. Thinking Lau Jun was there to clear his name, Kang Soo was eager to cooperate. Lau Jun asked Kang Soo to quickly memorize the contents on a piece of paper. After the paper was removed, Kang Soo recited the contents perfectly, word for word. Clearly, Kang Soo had an exceptional memory. Secretly delighted, Lau Jun knew that this was exactly the cockroach he needed. The first task Lau Jun gave Kang Soo was to uncover the prison's internal network of drug dealers. Hearing this, Kang Soo immediately became energized. He suddenly developed a strong and persistent determination. Repeatedly challenging the senior inmates, he often got beaten black and blue. Yet after relentless day and night investigation, Kang Soo successfully mapped out the prison's drug trade network. One by one, he identified each connection until the entire network was dismantled by the prosecutor's office. By the time the senior inmates realized what happened, Kang Soo had already swaggered out of prison. However, the biggest beneficiary was not Kang Soo, but prosecutor Lau Jun. Lau Jun received a promotion and even obtained his own office. Kang Soo and Lau Jun gradually grew closer. One day during a meal, Lau Jun decided to play the emotional card. He shared with Kang Soo everything about his family circumstances. This deeply touched Kang Soo, who quickly began to regard Lau Jun as his closest confidant. Later, when Lau Jun was reassigned to Seoul's Western District office, he proposed that Kang Soo continue working secretly as an informant. Here, the informant was called a Yadang. A Yadang neither belonged to the police nor to any criminal organization. They were similar to opposition parties in politics, completely outside the governing system and isolated at the margins. Listening to Lau Jun casually speaking about becoming sworn brothers, Kang Soo felt incredibly honored. Being a brother to a prosecutor meant a limitless future. Thus, Kang Soo immediately accepted Lau Jun's offer. Lau Jun, however, sternly warned Kang Soo that although he could remain a Yadang, he must never touch drugs again. Otherwise, his life would truly be over. Kang Soo quickly nodded in acknowledgement and memorized this advice. 3 years quickly passed. Through continuous effort, Kang Soo excelled in this line of work. He easily extracted information from drug dealers. Then he skillfully set traps to capture higher-level criminals, allowing both police and prosecutors to catch offenders red-handed. Occasionally, Kang-soo even personally intervened to ensure success. Each completed case brought him substantial rewards. Judging from the luxurious car he now drove, it was clear Kang-soo had earned considerable wealth through this work. After 3 years, Kang-soo's entire persona had transformed dramatically. No longer was there a trace of the innocent scapegoat from before. Meanwhile, the narcotics unit chief Park Chang-beom was leading a team to apprehend a drug-addicted actress named Jing Xiang. Terrified, Jing Xiang refused to exit her vehicle despite Park Chang-beom's persistent coaxing. With no alternative, the police forcibly towed both her and her car back to the station. Her urine test unsurprisingly came back positive. Crying bitterly, Jing Xiang insisted she had mistakenly taken drugs solely to lose weight for a movie role. Park Chang-beom ignored her excuses entirely. He demanded only one thing: the identity of her drug supplier. After carefully examining her phone's photo album, Park Chang-beom recognized a familiar face. The man was Chien Bugo's son of presidential candidate Chien Tai-duo and himself, a young prosecutor. Park Chang-beom began threatening Jing Xiang immediately, saying her acting career would end if the news reached the media. Jing Xiang burst into tears. Park Chang-beom quickly softened his approach, urging her compassionately to cooperate with the investigation. Otherwise, more innocent people would become drug victims. He promised her immunity if she revealed the supplier's identity. Upon hearing this, Jing Xiang reluctantly agreed to talk. At the same time, Kang-soo casually visited Lao Jun at the prosecutor's office. Seeing Lao Jun's fancy new office, Kang-soo couldn't help remarking that people truly aimed high in life. Lao Jun, however, expressed anxiety over falling from such heights. Therefore, to avoid losing his position, he vowed to grasp onto anything he could. After this conversation, Kang-soo handed Lao Jun a gift, a beautifully crafted lighter identical to his own. Accepting the gift, Lao Jun watched as Kang-soo pulled a packet of blue powder from his pocket. Kang-soo explained this powerful new drug had recently appeared. A rich young man previously arrested had 500 grams of this powder hidden on him. Kang-soo claimed he had leads on the drug's supplier. Capturing these criminals would ensure Lao Jun's promotion to the special division at the Central District Prosecutor's Office. Naturally, Kang-soo himself would also greatly benefit financially. Meanwhile, the drug dealer nicknamed Oilhead had no idea he was simultaneously targeted by police and prosecutors. As Oilhead traveled home, police quietly followed behind. Just before Park Chang-beom could act, Oilhead received a phone call from Kang-soo. Kang-soo warned him about the police tailing his car, instructing him exactly how to evade capture. Although suspicious, Oilhead realized he had no choice. He quickly followed Kang-soo's instructions, fleeing to safety. Another of Kang-soo's associates drove in front of Park Chang-beom's car to block him, buying Oilhead valuable escape time. Following Kang-soo's instructions, Oilhead hurried directly to a subway station, stopping at a designated spot. He even brandished a piece of broken glass, confronting the pursuing officers. As the subway arrived, Prosecutor Lao Jun suddenly appeared, exiting the train. He immediately took over the operation. Realizing he had been outmaneuvered, Park Chang-beom finally understood that the person who blocked his pursuit earlier actually worked secretly for Lao Jun. Soon afterward, Kang-soo joined Oilhead in a car. Oilhead quickly realized he had fallen into a trap. Lao Jun soon joined them in the vehicle. He and Kang-soo began their good cop, bad cop routine, pressing Oilhead for critical information. At the same time, a frustrated Park Chang-beom called Jing Xiang again. She had just been summoned to another gathering where Chien Bugo was present. Park Chang-beom had previously instructed Jing Xiang to notify him immediately upon seeing Chien Bugo. After some hesitation, Jing Xiang provided Park Chang-beom with the gathering's address. Park Chang-beom immediately led a team toward the club. As Jing Xiang attempted to leave, another wealthy young man forcefully stopped her. He threatened Jing Xiang, forcing her to reluctantly stay behind. Yet before Park Chang-beom could arrive, Lao Jun acted faster. Having successfully extracted information from Oilhead, Lao Jun swiftly led his men to surround the nightclub. Oilhead gained his freedom, while Kang-soo, equipped with video recording glasses, entered the club alongside Lao Jun. The secret VIP room's interior was shockingly chaotic. Kang-soo even found Jing Xiang in a restroom, clearly having been abused. Prosecutors quickly arrested everyone inside. By the time Park Chang-beom arrived, everything was already over, leaving him furious. In South Korea, police and prosecutors rarely cooperated. Even worse this time, the prosecutors had stolen credit for a case Park Chang-beom was about to close. Moreover, the key witness Jing Xiang had also been taken away by prosecutors, leaving Park Chang-beom utterly helpless. Yet Kang-soo's good fortune wouldn't last long. Because among those arrested was presidential candidate Qian Taiduo's son, Lao Jun immediately faced immense political pressure from all directions. Lawyers advised Lao Jun it was unnecessary to clash with powerful figures. They even suggested that this incident could instead become an excellent opportunity for Lao Jun to climb higher. Upon hearing this, Lao Jun fell into deep thought. Ultimately driven by his ambition, Lao Jun chose to compromise. To protect himself fully, however, he needed to eliminate everyone who knew his secrets. Naturally, Kang Su was high on that list. Lao Jun tasked Oilhead to handle Kang Su. That same night, Kang Su, caught completely off guard, fell right into their trap. Oilhead didn't kill Kang Su immediately. Instead, he deliberately ran Kang Su over with his car, severely injuring his legs. With Kang Su helpless, Oilhead injected multiple doses of a high-concentration drug into his body. Although not lethal, it ensured Kang Su would experience unbearable agony. Still not satisfied, Oilhead poured gasoline over Kang Su's legs and cruelly ignited it. Meanwhile, numerous prosecutors stormed the police station, serving an arrest warrant on Park Chang-beom. While struggling, Park Chang-beom caught a glimpse of the news on television, discovering that Jing Xiang had also been arrested for drug use. 3 months later, Kang Su asked a friend to lock him up, determined to forcibly overcome his crippling addiction. This, however, proved far from easy. During hallucinations, Kang Su imagined countless cockroaches crawling beneath his trousers, nearly driving him insane. Refusing to surrender, Kang Su endured 7 more months of torturous rehabilitation. Finally, after immense pain and struggle, Kang Su regained his humanity. A smile appeared on his face. It was finally time for revenge. At the same time, Park Chang-beom's trial reached its conclusion. He vehemently denied accepting bribes from drug dealers and instead demanded an investigation into Lao Jun. Although the judge rejected his request, Park Chang-beom was declared innocent and released. Immediately after the trial, lawmaker Shan Mei approached Park Chang-beom, wanting to discuss the drug incident involving Chen Bugo. Park Chang-beom coldly ignored her, turning away with his wife and child. Meanwhile, Lao Jun attended Qian Taiduo's presidential campaign rally, having fully aligned himself with the candidate. Chen Bugo, however, openly showed disdain toward Lao Jun. He angrily confronted Lao Jun with a report by Shan Mei, accusing her of persistently targeting his father. This situation threatened their electoral prospects, and Chen Bugo demanded Lao Jun immediately handle it. Lao Jun simply smirked coldly, having already made preparations. He had earlier arrested a key confidant of the opposing presidential candidate. Using various methods, he forced the man to reveal the candidate's illegal collaboration with powerful conglomerates, with Shan Mei secretly facilitating the funds. Hearing this, Chen Bugo's mood immediately brightened. Soon after, Lao Jun called prosecutor Da Zhuang, who had served under him for 4 years. Da Zhuang knew immediately that Lao Jun had a special request, and carefully probed for details. Lao Jun bluntly told Da Zhuang that he intended to frame Shan Mei, but needed someone reliable to help execute the plan. Seeing this as an opportunity to climb higher, Da Zhuang eagerly pledged his loyalty, assuring Lao Jun he would handle everything perfectly. Meanwhile, Shan Mei was lured out by Kang Su's clever manipulation. Kang Su then approached Park Chang-beom, who had previously suffered greatly due to his schemes. Park Chang-beom attacked Kang Su in anger, assuming Kang Su had come to taunt him again. Only after seeing Kang Su's serious expression did Park Chang-beom realize this was no joke. Thus, Kang Su, Jing Xiang, and Park Chang-beom unexpectedly formed an alliance. Kang Su explained Oilhead's actions clearly, emphasizing his desire to face Oilhead again. Jing Xiang added she had become addicted to drugs because of Chen Bugo's deliberate sabotage. Park Chang-beom finally understood their real target, former chief prosecutor Lao Jun and presidential candidate's son, Chen Bugo. Could 3 ordinary people possibly take down such powerful figures? Kang Su confidently replied he possessed a secret weapon. His glasses had secretly recorded critical video evidence, currently held by Oilhead. Therefore, their top priority was locating Oilhead. He was currently monopolizing the local drug trade previously controlled by a gangster named Fat Sister, selling narcotics to Japan. Intercepting his shipment would inevitably force Oilhead out of hiding. Additionally, a perfect opportunity arose. Kang Su and Park Chang-beom interrogated Fat Sister under the guise of police officers. It just happened that Oilhead planned to import a fresh shipment of drugs that Friday. While the trio prepared for revenge, prosecutor Da Zhuang publicly accused the opposition candidate of collusion with Shan Mei for illicit campaign funding. Behind the scenes, Lao Jun was highly satisfied, knowing he was one step closer to achieving his ambitions. Meanwhile, Jingxiang prepared carefully for the upcoming Friday party. She secretly created a hidden compartment inside her handbag, planning to use it strategically. Friday arrived swiftly. Park Chang-byom and Kang Soo reached their target location, patiently waiting. As expected, Oilhead's men soon appeared. Kang Soo immediately sprang into action, quietly climbing onto the drug shipment truck. The narcotics were concealed beneath boxes of eels. Just as Kang Soo prepared to seize them, one of Oilhead's subordinates suddenly returned. Although Kang Soo couldn't see clearly from his hiding spot, Park Chang-byom recognized the man immediately. It was Oilhead himself. Without alerting Kang Soo, Park Chang-byom pursued Oilhead alone. Left alone, Kang Soo took matters into his own hands, slicing open the truck's cargo container. Park Chang-byom rushed in and immediately began fighting Oilhead's subordinate. Seeing this, Oilhead quickly fled, attempting to drive away. However, upon entering the truck, he saw eels scattered everywhere, finally discovering Kang Soo inside, slicing open the cargo. Infuriated, Kang Soo attacked Oilhead fiercely, ultimately knocking him unconscious. Park Chang-byom swiftly subdued the remaining subordinate. The pair then trapped Oilhead, forcing him to disclose the location of the critical video. Thus, successfully retrieving the video, Kang Soo and Park Chang-byom felt triumphant. Meanwhile, Jingxiang safely arrived at the luxury yacht party. During security checks, guards confiscated only one of her phones, unaware she carried a backup. Once on board the yacht, guests began partying wildly. Jingxiang discreetly used her backup phone to record vital footage, then quickly transferred the video to Kang Soo from the restroom. Seeing their plan proceeding smoothly, Kang Soo felt immense satisfaction. Immediately, Kang Soo's friend anonymously tipped off authorities about drug use occurring aboard the yacht. Kang Soo and Park Chang-byom then personally delivered Oilhead to the police station. Before handing him over, Kang Soo asked Oilhead who ordered the attack that nearly destroyed his life. After a long silence, Oilhead finally uttered Lao Jun's name. Hearing this confirmation, Kang Soo felt deep betrayal. Park Chang-byom escorted Oilhead and the drugs into the station. Unaware, this greatly displeased the current narcotics team leader. Meanwhile, an oblivious Lao Jun happily watched news coverage of Shan Mei's humiliation. However, his mood quickly soured when he learned that Chen Bugu had caused another major incident aboard the yacht. Lao Jun frantically began making calls urgently, instructing Chen Bugu to disperse the guests immediately. At that moment, Chen Bugu became suspicious, noticing Jingxiang's unusual behavior. Just as Jingxiang tried to leave, he stopped her, demanding she keep quiet about the night's events. Fortunately, Chen Bugu hesitated upon receiving Lao Jun's urgent phone call, allowing Jingxiang enough time to leave safely. Believing their plan successful, Jingxiang cheerfully video-chatted with Kang Soo and Park Chang-byom in celebration. Yet tragedy soon struck. Kang Soo and Park Chang-byom panicked upon seeing unknown assailants intercept Jingxiang's vehicle. Rushing desperately to the scene, they arrived too late. Jingxiang and Kang Soo's friend had been brutally murdered, their car engulfed in flames. Overwhelmed by grief and rage, Kang Soo knew exactly who was responsible. Clearly, their fight was far from over. Fearing for Park Chang-byom's safety, Kang Soo begged him to withdraw from the dangerous battle. Park Chang-byom flatly refused, determined to see justice through until the end. At the same time, Lao Jun retrieved Jingxiang's phone, discovering calls to Kang Soo and Park Chang-byom. Furious, he confronted Chen Bugu, demanding to know why they continuously created trouble. Lao Jun's explosive anger intimidated Chen Bugu into stunned silence. Deep inside, Lao Jun now harbored murderous intentions toward Kang Soo. Before he could act, however, Kang Soo sent Lao Jun an unexpected video message challenging him directly. Soon afterward, they met face-to-face on a crowded street. Once sworn brothers, the two men now stared at each other like mortal enemies. Lao Jun demanded the incriminating video and feebly denied involvement in the murders. Kang Soo easily exposed his lies, growing colder by the second. Unwilling to waste any more words, Kang Soo turned his back calmly, stating, "Next time we'll meet in hell," before walking away. The following day, Kang Soo approached Fat Sister again, asking her help smuggling a shipment onto a boat. She readily agreed, viewing this as a small favor. Meanwhile, Lao Jun desperately searched everywhere for the USB drive containing the video evidence. Unexpectedly, he received a call from Fat Sister betraying Kang Soo's location. Fat Sister's simple demand was to reclaim her territory from Oilhead. Lao Jun quickly agreed, and Fat Sister disclosed Kang Soo and Park Chang-beom's meeting place, where they planned to personally deliver the video to Sean May and the opposition presidential candidate. At the arranged location, Park Chang-beom approached candidate number 2, intending to deliver the USB drive. But before he could reach him, Lao Jun's men quickly intercepted Park Chang-beom, forcibly dragging him into a vehicle. The USB drive fell directly into Lao Jun's hands. However, Lao Jun understood perfectly well that this couldn't be the only copy. Sure enough, news about the presidential candidate's son using drugs quickly spread throughout the internet, causing an uproar. With the third round of presidential debates set to begin that very evening, candidate Chen Tai-duo faced a critical crisis. Lao Jun hastily formulated a new strategy. Since the scandal was already public, he decided to seize control of the narrative. After making arrangements, Lao Jun returned to confront Park Chang-beom again, using threats of imprisonment to pressure him into revealing the locations of any remaining videos. More importantly, Lao Jun needed to know Kang Soo's whereabouts. Seeing Park Chang-beom's stubborn refusal, Lao Jun coldly revealed a surveillance video of Park Chang-beom's wife and child, implicitly threatening harm to his family if he didn't cooperate. After a long silence, Park Chang-beom finally agreed, asking Lao Jun for a cigarette. Lao Jun readily provided cigarettes along with a lighter. After calmly lighting the cigarette, Park Chang-beom returned the lighter and wrote down an address on a piece of paper. Meanwhile, following Lao Jun's instructions, Chen Bugu publicly appeared at the prosecutor's office in front of numerous reporters to undergo a urine test. In reality, Lao Jun had everything meticulously prepared in advance. Moments after entering the restroom, Chen Bugu received a fresh, clean urine sample, delivered secretly by one of Lao Jun's associates. This flawless maneuver earned Chen Bugu's complete admiration. When they met again afterward, Chen Bugu's attitude toward Lao Jun became noticeably respectful. However, neither realized someone else was secretly observing their interactions. Later, several influential politicians loyal to Chen Tai-duo gathered together, casually discussing strategies and enjoying themselves, completely unaware that their conversation was being closely monitored. Midway through their discussion, Chen Bugu switched on the television to watch his father debating live. During the debate, Chen Tai-duo boldly declared that if his son's drug allegations proved true, he would immediately withdraw from the presidential race. Simultaneously, Lao Jun dispatched Oilhead and his henchmen to eliminate Kang Soo. Upon arriving at their destination, however, Oilhead discovered it was a trap set by Fat Sister and her gang. Completely surrounded, Oilhead and his subordinates were swiftly executed one by one. Clearly, Lao Jun's plans had completely backfired. Just then, the debate moderator announced breaking news. Suddenly, the live broadcast switched to footage secretly recorded showing Lao Jun and Chen Bugu openly discussing their schemes. Their ugly conspiracies were now clearly visible to viewers nationwide, causing immediate public outrage. Realizing their conversation had been exposed, Chen Tai-duo's face turned pale with shock. Chaos erupted among the politicians. An enraged Chen Bugu was forcibly removed from the room. Lao Jun frantically tried shutting the blinds, but his panicked face had already been broadcast to millions. The public backlash was instant and overwhelming. Searching frantically for the surveillance device, Lao Jun eventually discovered. To his horror, it had been concealed inside the lighter given to him by Kang Soo long ago. Fat Sister's betrayal had also been orchestrated as part of Kang Soo's grand plan, allowing Park Chang-beom the chance to swap Lao Jun's lighter unnoticed. Finally comprehending the full extent of Kang Soo's revenge, Lao Jun stormed furiously toward Kang Soo's location. However, Lao Jun was no match for Kang Soo's resolve, quickly losing the physical confrontation. Refusing to waste time, Kang Soo coolly left Lao Jun screaming helplessly on the rooftop behind him. The following day, candidate Chen Tai-duo officially announced his withdrawal from the presidential race. His son Chen Bugu, mentally shattered by the scandal, was later arrested by Park Chang-beom. Lao Jun, meanwhile, sat defeated in his office, plagued by hallucinations of cockroaches crawling all over his body. Before he could escape, investigators arrived to arrest him, officially marking his downfall. The story concluded here.